a year from TF2 compared to billions from Steam and billions from Counter-Strike. The thing that works in all of our favors is that the neglect is not just a Valve, it's not just a TF2 problem, it's a Valve problem. It's starting to manifest in Counter-Strike. Left 4 Dead went through its pains with servers getting DDoSed, right? Counter-Strike is getting the shaft now because they have. Okay, so I explained this in my video. Counter-Strike is.
Up, man.
Yeah, I'm pissed because no one is saying this except for fucking me, and it makes me so goddamn mad.
I'm here, Zesty. What do you mean?
I'm not here with you. My heart's breaking.
Relax. It's not that big deal.
Anyway, so fucking Counter-Strike is going through the 2017 era of Team Fortress 2 right now. They just went through a very big transition into a new system. TF2 had Meet Your Match, Counter-Strike got moved over to CS2, and Valve dropped the ball on both. Because Counter-Strike had a lot of legacy content not carried over, the game was buggy, it's riddled with cheaters, and of course all the bots idling for cases. And instead of addressing any of these problems in a long-term meaningful way, Valve has decided to simply monetize the game even further. You can now rent skins, you have a weekly subscription service to rent skins. They're putting fucking keychains in the game, what the fuck are they, what? This is Call of Duty now. Next thing we're gonna get is Nicki Minaj and some Catgirl guns. That's where CSGO is going. And it seems like they're now setting it up so they can have periodic community-made content dumps instead of a brand new operation. They just dropped 5 maps yesterday with nothing else, no operation, no coherent update. Fuck it, here's just some content the community made for us. Go have fun. By the way, have fun getting domed by cheaters in every other game. Counter-Strike is experiencing the same shit that TF2 went through. But they're still perfectly complacent because they can still gamble, right? That's like the main reason why people play Counter-Strike is because they can gamble.
That sounds like Wheezy.
And here's the thing, right? And here's the thing. In the midst of all of this, Valve has the fucking audacity to make another game, to make Deadlock, right? They're gonna try to push this game out, and it's guaranteed to be bloated with microtransactions, it's guaranteed to be live service, and it's guaranteed to be filled with cheaters. Already! I've already anti-cheat clients. I've already showed this on stream. There's already fucking cheat clients for Deadlock! And the game has not been released yet! There are already cheats for Deadlock! And Valve thinks they're just gonna be able to put out another game without maintaining their current ones? And they're gonna convince people to play this already dead on arrival concept, you know, barren game. And fuck it, there's already cheats for it. Like, what is their plan? What are they
Deadlock
thinking?
is gonna be popular in Korea and China. It's not gonna be a game you or me play, but the game's gonna make money, I guarantee you.
And here's my point. This right here, the mistreatment of TF2, Valve dropping the ball with Counter-Strike and beginning to neglect that game, and in the midst of all of this, putting out another live service multiplayer game that already has cheaters. That right there should have been at the forefront of any kind of discourse, any kind of movement or hashtag. This should have been the focus. There is already so much instability in Valve's other markets, and if we strike at that weak point, that little organ, and pray to God, sow enough discontent in all of their markets, start depriving them of some money, maybe, just maybe, they might actually do something. But no, a financial boycott won't work. Only a petition, only some...
We're gonna leave a box of names on the Valve doorstep, a box of cookies that says, please come, maybe we want less bots, get rid of the bots in our game. And they're just gonna do it. Like, what other choice are they gonna have?
I'm pissed.
Really?
I'm just genuinely
Yeah, I can tell you're pissed because you said this.
I got 2, so my appointment tomorrow canceled, so I have a window of time that opened up, thank God.
Not as,
so I don't have as much of a pressure on my neck to get this video done. But
that's something I do want to say, that me and Zesty, who was fighting these people as he figured your heads.
Well, it was just them. It was just them, right?
Well, exactly. Like that means the TF2 community is just totally disenfranchised. You guys are not a part of the equation. It's actually what Shork, the What Show, and Wheezy decided was best for the game. It's the best. And those are all people who started playing in like 2014, 2011.
It doesn't matter when they started playing. The problem is...
It fucking does! Zesty Jesus!
It matters. It doesn't matter for wanting the game to be playable.
Yes, that's true, but it is something to consider when you look at who these people are as leadership. What are their credentials? They haven't played the game for that long. They don't have any history with running anything, running petitions. I guess Shork has history with organizing fucking TF2 or whatever. But still, my point stands. The conflict of interest and stuff, there's something there, and I don't like the leadership. Oh, Weezy's in chat. You see that?
I did. You fucked up.
You fucked up.
I mean, I'm plain and simple. You fucked up by not wanting to focus on the financial aspects from day one.
Weezy wants to come on, bro. He's like, he's dogging you.
I mean, all three, like, the whole thing was a fuck up by not focusing on the financial aspects from day one. Simple as that. And it's a shame that now the financial boycott has now become like Plan C or Plan B, and it's just. Like, I understand now that it's an idea within your circles to push out videos and tweets saying, yeah, don't give Valve your money. That should have been done right away. I just... Ugh.
Yeah, banana gambler. Listen, silence disenfranchised TF2.
It's just all,
kind of like
I don't know, man.
Type of thing, if anybody gets it. Playing since 2011 is a long time. Well, what is Rick?
The thing is, I don't want to have him on because what's going to happen is it's going to devolve into a shouting match between Richter and Weezy, and I don't want that to happen.
No, what the fuck? Me and Weezy are like, me and Weezy can be normal, bro. We're not fucking rabid animals. I think it'd be interesting. I mean,
I am going to regret this. I am going to regret this.
Maybe we'll find great, like,
This is going to suck.
When this is great content. I was just saying, when this is great content,
okay, boys, duke it out.
I warned you. Seriously.
No, man, I would. Do you mind if I say something? First of all, I've been up for, I think, like 32 hours now. I've had like a 75-minute nap, so I am completely out of it. Yeah, this is. I'll be.
You've been arguing with people on Reddit all day. I see.
No, I haven't actually. Have I made one point?
No, you've been tweeting with Reddit.
There's so much.
You
so
sound
much
tired.
I
divulge something people don't need to hear.
No, for real, like, I'm down to talk. It's just, you know, I'm obviously fucking, like, I'm zooted out of my mind on Adderall right now. So,
you're in these addies, bro. You're in these
no, I just already fucking up the dose. Yeah, no, it's, like,
what have you heard this week so far, man? Is there anything that's caught your ear that you
I'll be honest, I just heard, like, the last one. Like, I hadn't heard that just from, I figured it'd be, like, I'm sorry, like, I know I'm really out of it right now. I'm probably not making a mistake, but, I just figured, like, if you, had any questions, I can help you.
You started off.
Like, what questions do we have? I don't have any. Like, I mean, so here's the thing. So what is your plan beyond the petition? What's next?
Oh well, that would be good.
And so why was that not pushed day one?
Sure. God, my brain is like much, so I apologize.
It's cool, bro. You're also in front of 1,500 people, so it's very.
Yeah, I know. Well, the nerves are, you know, it's not bad because I'm gonna make a video comment. The main reason, and fuck, I'm so sorry. Like, I'm actually.
It's good, bro. We're not trying to like hold you.
No. I know you're not. No, I've always said that you guys have been very cordial when it comes to this stuff, and I really appreciate it.
So you hear that, guys? Zesty Jesus is cordial.
No, 100%. Yeah, I'm like me and Zesty, like, you know, we go back and forth, we talk about it. But I think we're, you know, pretty good in this kind of stuff. I appreciate it. Sure. And, you know, there are aspects of it that I definitely appreciate. Now, the big issue.
Richter, on the other hand, that guy's a fucking... He's always
yeah, I mean, look, here's the thing, man. It's like fucking, it's like listening to Linkin Park like right as you wake up. Like, dude, it's a bit much. Like, I'm currently in. It's like, bro, it's a bit much. Yeah, so like, skip those stuff.
You've got incoming, soldier. Get to work.
Yeah, sorry, I'm fucking cranked out of my mind on that one. So the main reason, if we boycotted the movie, now let me rephrase real quick. So, I'm not sure.
Yeah, maybe, I think you should go rest if you should go sleep.
Here's what's gonna happen. I am going to make a video talking about it. I think your argument of trickle-down effect best argument in favor of a boycott. And it was not I use this because we had this conversation, you brought that up, and I admitted, you can go back to like the UFR stream, you'll see me admit in real time, that is a good point. That was not the main point ever being pushed on the pro-boycott. It was, let's get 5,000, and that is somehow be enough to get to that point. The argument that you made, actually giving the revenue down to where that would be in a danger zone to where it could affect their other economies. That is a good argument. Now, granted, there are big, like, feasibility concerns there. There are also, you know, on the link 11, you can take with other communities and like that. So there are barriers there as well. But, like, on a pure days, there are feasibility concerns, but I'd rather have feasibility concerns than practicality concerns. And the idea that just straight up would not work.
Okay, and my thing is just like, it's still just the right thing that should have been pushed regardless of what the intended outcome was. If you don't like how the product's being handled, you don't support it. And I truly don't understand why the only thing that Valve would have listened to, regardless if it affects their other economies or not, was just omitted entirely.
Well, no, I'll tell you why. First of all, personal boycotts are completely fine. Like, that's something that I have always supported. I've always supported everyone's ability to vote with their wallets on whatever they see fit. That isn't the issue. The thing is that if it's not a one-to-one recreation, it's not like we can take what happened with the original boycott, snap our fingers, everything is the same, and things go back as normal. So, like, your argument of, let's ignore the, what would we call it? The downstream trickle-down effects on the entire Valve ecosystem of their economies. If we ignore that argument, I don't think it's a good idea, and I'll tell you why. Because if we deprive Valve of money in that moment, you're depriving them of like 30 minutes of revenue. Now, what do we do? Well, number one,
nothing. We lose nothing. How much worse does it get? It can't get worse than this.
No, I'm talking on a movement level. Like, I completely agree with like the state of the game and matters relating to that. But just let me give you one example. Okay, let's say it's like, I don't know. I don't know how many minutes of revenue a boycott would do, and like the collective sphere of Valve's influence and the amount of money that they make. I don't know the exact number, but it's very, very low. Now, let's think of something like the voice actors. The voice actors are a tether to Valve. They are a resource we can work with. They are a relationship we have. Other developers, or I guess a developer, you know, I'm not going to name names, but these are tethers that we have to Valve that we can work with to have like more prosperous relationships going forward. Now, if we do a boycott, they do not want anything to do with that. They will not be involved, and we lose that tether. Now, the question is that worth it? Well, if the answer is we're just going to lose them 25 minutes of revenue, or whatever the fuck, then no, I don't think it is. I think your main argument of how this will affect other micro-communities that exist within the entire ecosystem is a good argument.
You think?
And I think that's the one that needs to be appealed to.
The voice actors are our friends. They showed their hand. The fact that they are willingly excluding themselves from this because it hurts their own professional relationships with Valve, they don't care about us. They care about remaining in the good graces of Valve so they can keep working for them and earning money. those are
thing.
Those relationships only exist for Shork, so he can make his videos. For the rest of us, they don't care. They do not give a fuck.
I disagree. I think they do care and they do have passion for the game. They're fucking voice actors.
What are we talking about?
Sure, they can have passion, but listen, I'm not saying that they can't have passion for the game, but as soon as their working and professional relationships could even be slightly jeopardized by upset fans demanding Valve to do something and doing the right thing, which is financially boycotting the game, then they're out. They don't care enough to support what's doing the right thing, and that is depriving Valve of the dollars.
See, I am not entirely convinced, and I don't have 100, but I have strong reason to believe. No, not 100% conclusive evidence, but based on the conversations that I've had and the things that I have heard from the actors themselves. Again, I can't leak this shit. It's all confidential. But fuck, we're playing that game again. But it seems to me very much like this was a part of the contract. Okay, even the fixed TF2 movement alone is sketchy for them to be in. Now, I think they eventually relented because it was, I don't know, I guess they felt like the criteria was sufficient enough for them to bring in their support. But man, it's a real problem. I don't think it's something born out of like selfishness. I think it's genuinely just a matter of contract agreements and stuff.
Still a professional relationship that they're not willing to harm because that jeopardizes their income and their well-being. And again, it's not to say that they don't care, but they don't care enough.
Yeah, maybe, but that's still better we can do this.
And what are they going to do? They're not Valve.
I don't know.
They're contractors for Valve. They do voice work for a bunch of different games. What are they going to do? Wag their finger at Eric Smith and say, "Hey, you really should be working on this." They're not Valve employees.
Right, and you can argue the futility of that, but I would also in turn argue the futility of making them lose a fucking 25 minutes worth of revenue. Like,
it doesn't, listen, it's not about this sudden, and here's my problem with the whole movement social media thing, is that you're only looking at a very small, infinitesimally small window where in this moment, we're going to tell people to suddenly stop spending money. It should be a consistent, long-term, slow burn of depriving Valve of all money through TF2
I don't usually
until
kill
there is some
morons this
change.
fast.
Yes, I agree that compared with their other revenue streams, TF2 earns pennies, but I will still say this argument, and I know that you don't agree, a loss is a loss. If Valve suddenly incurs a $15 million deficit annually, that still has to be something that's incorporated into their budgeting, right? Valve has overhead, they have maintenance costs, they have things to worry about. If you suddenly pull that money out, that is the only thing that they will look at and the only thing they will listen to.
Okay, well, there are two things there. Number one, we're not going to get a appreciation of that.
How do you know?
Well, do you really think that all the whales in the game that have spent money on it are all going to cash out every single one?
If it gets bad enough. And you may not even need the entire $15 million deficit if you get half of it. Then that's still good. It's still enough money that'll get them to listen. Or at least notice and pay attention. That's the only thing they care about.
They would notice, but they're noticing and paying attention now too. They're just not doing anything because it isn't worth it.
Thing is, they're not paying attention now because people are still giving them money.
Like, okay, so you're telling me, like, what is the threshold of money that you think needs to be bought for Valve to actually step in and fix it? What do you think the threshold is?
Enough to where it's noticeable. Of course, I can't give an exact. Listen, of course, I can't give an exact number for that, but it should be most, if not all, of what TF2 earns them. It should be. And again, I can't give an exact. I can't say 1 million or 5 million, but it should be a steep enough decline that's going to get it to register in their budgeting figures.
Sure. And do you really think, genuinely, do you believe it's that you can lose that much money? You're going to get that many people with the game. I think that's completely delusional, man. If you're playing the game for 17 years, you're fucking bought in, dude.
Wheezy, I've been playing this game since launch, and I have stopped spending money on the game. And I want you to think. Listen, I want you to think about what you've managed to do. What have you and these other YouTubers managed to do? You've managed to get 300,000 signatures on a form. You've managed to get a giant pool of people and other YouTubers talking about all of this stuff. You have massive pull. If you could just plant the thought of, hey, stop spending money on the game in all of these people's heads, you're telling me that that wouldn't have stopped people from spending money on the game? A significant volume of people?
Well, yeah, well, we're gonna do that. And we're doing it at the
now
summer.
we're going. And listen, it's too little too late. That's the problem with these social media movements, is that they're a flash in the pan. People already don't care anymore. And that was the problem.
Yeah, but we're not gonna get the entire TF2 player base who's been invested for like 17 years and that much money on the game. We're not gonna get them to quit because a couple of YouTubers said it did.
Listen, I agree.
You can get him to sign, listen, you can get him to sign a petition and do all that shit. It takes like 5 seconds with no skin off and even that.
And usually and this is what Lucid said, the action that actually sucks to perform and that hurts you is usually the right one. People need to make the small self-sacrifice of just stop buying the fucking keys and then Valve will listen. That is the idea that should have been planted in people's heads much earlier on.
Well, first of all, we need to understand the fact that we were doing this prior to the summer update. Right? So
And?
like, why would we want to do the boycott during the lull in TF2's revenue when we could do it at the fucking peak?
It should be always, not just in one moment or another. It should be always and consistent, not in one moment or another.
Can I say something easy for my first comment from the 40 minutes?
Sure.
Lizzie, I've got a in regards to views of what show and short. You guys are the organizers, right? That's you three.
Yeah.
You guys are in a little group chat. You guys are friends. You guys have met in real life before, right?
I have.
Well, Easy and not Easy. What show and short then, right?
I think so.
All right. So there's a couple of factors here that want. I think first of all, tell us what you've got this plan A, B, C. You want to do. You've got this wonderful plan.
To be clear, that is out of context, but yes.
Let me finish what I'm gonna get to. Right?
Okay.
No, I was listening to you guys.
Soldier, it's always son. Your country needs you.
Three said nothing publicly about the boycott before me and Zesty pushed it on you to UFR. And now you guys have a good idea, even though you guys are That's crazy.
First of all, like, this is not my in terms of like,
that's all you have to say. You don't have to back or
Oh, that's rich.
I don't want to make you try to defend something.
no, wait. I'm confused. Zesty, what do you mean? Like, I'm the one who's like, get in this group with us. I'm the one who's messaging Richter. I care about your input. I was watching the streams. Like, dude, I was, like, I don't know what you're...
Not enough to bring us on board.
No, I agree.
And you
the number one point is, I'm not going to deny that shit, man. There's drama, especially relating to last time and the shit you pulled, which, again, I'm not going to get into, okay? But that soured the taste of anyone ever wanting to work with you. Now, I'm different, because I'm down to roll around in the mud. We have a good relationship. I think I have a good relationship with both. We're, like, talking behind the scenes and getting, like, I'm getting your input. I actually care, right?
But not enough to get, but you know, just not enough, right? Not enough to
convince us.
let me rattle off.
Oh, there's 100 people inside of this Discord?
No.
Please. You can't divulge anything about your plan A, B, or C to the future. There's a bunch of things like this that you say you can't answer because of one reason or another. You said nothing about a boycott before me and Zesty drilled that into your head.
No, people.
You guys don't have. Give me a second. I'll give you a second to hop on. You guys don't have like a particularly long history. You tell me a lot of the YouTubers involved to stick around in the TXT. We're all looking at jumping, right? So the people who are, you know, joined in 2015 or whatever, and already are looking for a way out. You guys aren't particularly popular or, you know, super famous in the TXT community. Most of you don't have cult followers. I've got more subscribers than probably most of you guys involved, other than maybe Short, I guess. You have no experience organizing any kind of, like, active and the petition saying that they only has, like, what, a 0.2% chance of working, is what you said? So with all of that accounted for, right, why do you guys deserve to be the self-appointed leaders of the TF2 community and charge forward this 60 FPS. Why did you guys divert? What did you guys that goes up?
But I had a. I'm kind of with you there. I don't think I'm particularly qualified at all.
I don't think I'm qualified either.
Neither do I. Neither do I. And this goes back to my point that I said earlier, that this shouldn't have been this forced inorganic thing drummed up by YouTubers. It should just be the culmination of the entire community's frustration with Valve that gets them to do the one thing that matters, and that is stop spending money on the game. It being a
problem.
And you planted that in people's heads, like, and you just suddenly manifested that in your head, and then you assume it's real, right? And without practice, without implementation, and even you said that every angle should be taken to make this work. But the one thing that Valve listens to, you decided to omit because of feasibility issues.
Wait. Yes! Wait, and oh, you fuck. Okay, I'm sorry. Rick, you brought it up at the beginning. I didn't even consider it your time. That was because the main argument of just giving them a little bit of money, that isn't good enough. Impacting the other ecosystem is the actual bread and butter.
What I don't understand though is, how is that more
how is it more ridiculous? Like, how is a boycott more
why
ridiculous?
is it ridiculous? Why is it like worth saying no? We can't do that, but it's worth pointing everyone out and saying, "Oh, we'll leave." And I feel like that's less realistic.
No, it is. Like, I'm telling
What the
people.
fuck? What the fuck?
I'm literally telling people from the beginning that there's a 99% chance that this will not work, and the reason why is just very simple. Okay, Valve makes way too much money in this fucking game.
And then that right there reinforces the point that money is the only thing that matters.
Yeah, but when I say they make too much money, I mean they make $10 fucking billion in goddamn pure revenue. Of course. Saying, oh, let's deprive them.
Revenue,
like,
that's not what they talk about.
Yeah, I know it's not
revenue.
I know it's an estimation. The TF2 numbers are estimations too. You can give or take a couple billion, give or take a... Like, I fully understand that argument, 100%. No, I'm actually, like... In some respects, I'm with you there. Like, I don't think I'm particularly qualified. It's just a thing I found fell ass backwards. But I don't believe if you're gonna make the argument that we should stop spending money on the game. Like, there's way too many feasibility issues there. I'm sorry, you're not going to convince the entire community forever to not spend money on the game just because you found that there were a bunch of fucking AFK bots in the game and shit. And yeah, and aimbots too, by the way. Like, I'm not discounting that, but my point is, like, you know, even you, Zesty, like, you were
Wow.
Wait, what? You
Wow.
have something you want to say, Zesty? You have something you want
I
to
am
say?
honestly blown away by you hand-waving this away like that. Holy
What do you mean?
fuck.
Wait, what did I hand wave away?
Yeah, you hand-waving this away by dismissing some of the biggest problems this game faces. Oh yeah, not spending money on the game is not going to do anything, and even though there's a shitload of bots, by the way, also aimbots ruining the game, making it unplayable for half the day. Yeah, let's not stop giving Valve money for this game. Like, in that being the number one thing that people should just be doing inherently, regardless of effectiveness or not.
Sure, I don't necessarily disagree with that part, but my concern is the effectiveness.
It shouldn't matter. And here's the thing, that is the most effective thing, because as you've admitted, everything up until this point has had a sliver of a chance of working and is going to be meaningless. Again, it makes us feel better, right? But that's all it's going to do is make us feel better, and now everyone's pissed, and everyone doesn't feel good. Because, uh-oh, guess what? We realize a big social media stink is gonna do jack shit. Because Valve can ignore it. The thing they cannot ignore is, oops, no more money. No more money coming in from this thing that has always earned us money. That is the one thing that we have not tried. The one thing that Valve will listen to.
Yeah,
Cut off that revenue stream.
Sure, I'm down to try it. Like, we're getting things set up literally everywhere.
Okay.
What does that mean? What is getting things set up?
Are we gonna have
As in, like,
fixed TF2
we're getting-
Part 2?
No, we're getting, like, you know, summer update happens. We're, like, you know, we're gonna boycott it, right? We're gonna get a bunch of art going. We're gonna get a bunch of promotion. We're gonna make videos for it. Yeah.
I feel feel like that should have been baked in.
It should have been there from day one. I mean, sure, better late than never, I guess. But at the same time, it's too little, too late. At this stage, people are pissed and people are done.
It feels like you guys are
You good to go?
and I'm not trying to be a dick here. It feels like you guys are scrambling to make the same thing.
No, we had this. No, absolutely not. This is what I mean by people took that comment out of context. The thing about fucking, like, the plan A, plan B, plan C, people took that argument, or rather that post, and they made it seem like, oh, I'm extrapolating on it.
I gotta piss like a fucking person.
No, and listen, and I need to reinforce this, right? Obviously, now, if you haven't already, stop spending money on the game. Stop buying keys. Stop all of this. That is the one thing that you need to do immediately if you want Valve to live. Simple as.
No, but I don't disagree with you in terms of like, hey, let's give it a try. But I think your argument that, oh, well, it's not going to work out. Fuck, sorry, my brain is actually much better. I'm so sorry. Maybe we should do this when I'm like, when I'm more coherent.
Probably would have been a good idea from the start.
UFR again.
Probably would have been a good idea from the start if you were